Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. And you guys know I love Friday. Are you guys able to see me? Lolita, Dolores, can you guys see me? I am streaming on a different type of way right now. And I want to make sure that you guys are able to see me well, hear me well, and everything before I proceed. I think I did this right. I think you guys can see me, but I want to make sure, okay? Hey, Evangelist. Hello there. How are you? Um, hey, Lolita. Hello there. How are? Uh-oh. One second. Here we go. Pressing stuff, guys. Alrighty. Unconventional. Hello there. How are you? Hey, Miss Dolores. Hey. You guys can see me well. I'm a bit dark. I look dark when you guys in. Okay, give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Uh-oh. Look a little dark on you guys in. Um, is this a little better? Maybe I need to turn my light on a little bit. Up a little bit for you guys. Are we a little better now? Are we better now? We're better now? What about now? Now? Are we good? We good? Are we good now? Am I nice and light for you guys now? Let me know. Before we get started, let me know. Better. Got it. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. All right. So we have another great day, another great show, all right? Trying to get used to this whole new setup right now. It's a little bit better, but it's a little bit of an upgrade once I get used to it. And I feel like you guys are going to like this a little better than what I used to use previously. Now, don't forget, we are closing out this month. We only have a few days left, okay? So make sure that you guys are getting your entries for the this month's raffle. All you have to do is simply make you a post on Spaces by Wix, and you are entered into this month's $100 raffle. The more you post, the more you engage in through making your own post, the more entries that you get. It's basically like a ticket per post. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's like a ticket per post. So just get that engagement. A great way that you can use Spaces by Wix is by suggesting other shows that you would like me to do or other stories. We also have the Royal Lockbox that is coming back. Now, if you have not put your letters in, if you don't know what it is, let me start there. Royal Lockbox is something that I created a while ago, and it was basically a way for me to allow people to kind of vent without judgment, but also get some sound advice, okay? It also allows me some time to connect with you guys outside of true crime stories and things of that nature through real life experiences. And what the Royal Lockbox is, it's started as an anonymous box where all you have to do is write a letter into me and you put lock me in the box royalty. And basically you explain whatever your issue is and I give you my advice. Now, if you don't care about people knowing who you are, if you don't care about people knowing your business, all you have to do is put unlock the box savage or unlock the box royalty, and I will let everybody know that this is your story and I will give you advice. Okay. Now, my plan is for this is for it to stream every single month, once a month at the end of the month. But because my schedule is a little bit crazy right now, it will only be able to be at the end of this month and the mid of next month. Okay. And the reason being is this: if I get enough letters this month, I'm going to go ahead and do it at the end of this month. If I don't get enough letters, I'm going to do it in the middle of July. Okay. Starting in August, it's going to start at the end of August. All right. So get your letters in, and it could be about anything. We've talked about relationships, friendships, marriage, jobs, careers. We've talked about everything, mental health. We've talked about everything through these letters. And all you have to do is simply submit your letter to savageroyaltyent@gmail.com. Okay. That's savageroyaltyent@gmail.com in order for you to get your entries in. All right. The Royal Lockbox. Yes, I'm excited. I'm really excited for the Royal Lockbox. I haven't done it in a while, but we did have a lot of fun with it. Now, because you guys were suggesting for me to do some Saturday shows on the YouTube side, because you guys be missing, me for those 2 days, I think it'll be a great Saturday show as well. It's more so as a easy flow Friday show, Saturday show that we can do. We can laugh, have fun, and just have conversations and connect a little bit. Okay. 10, we need, yes, 17 watching. Thank you so very much. We need to get those likes up. Thank you guys so very, 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 very much. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Now let's get started into this today's show. All right. Let's get into it. Alrighty. Now this is another case of parents that don't know how to take responsibility for their children. Negligent parents that just shouldn't have children in the first place. Thank you guys so much for the gifts on the Bigo side. I appreciate you a lot. Alrighty, so this is based out of Missouri, where 2 parents have been accused in the death of a 5-month-old child. And this is a very hunting case, another one, per usual, of child endangerment. And we've seen this multiple times before. One where every red flag was already raised, and yet there was still an end of death, okay? The 5-month-old baby boy was silent, bruised, and broken, and he was found to be lifeless in a Missouri hospital. His parents, Roshonda Hagens and Joshua Riley. So Roshonda, she's 34, and Joshua, he is 39, and they are accused of not just ignoring the signs, but also Googling on what to do after the damage was already done. So they searched terms like, how do I know if my baby is okay after a fall? Shaken baby syndrome. What countries don't expedite? So that lets us know that they already knew what time it was, and they already knew that the baby was deceased, and they was looking to flee at some point. So a baby was dying, and these were the questions in which the parents had. So we're going to walk through exactly what happened from moment to moment. No timeline and no sugarcoating on the crap in which these parents get themselves into and the children that are left victimized by them. Okay, so what exactly happened? This case had began in silence at first, with no sirens or screams, but with 2 parents that were walking calmly into a hospital and saying, our baby needs help. But behind that calm was a child who was already suffering from fatal damage and a digital trail that told a chilling story. Now, on between December the 2nd and December the 5th, there was a road trip that had began, where Riley, along with a hauled truck, okay? So they had rode this truck down the road into a road, and they was going on a cross-country trip and things of that nature. But he's not alone. He's traveling with Hagens and their 5-month-old son. So their route from Illinois across multiple southern states into Missouri, and then they stopped in Jasper, Alabama. And that's when a text message was suddenly sent, where Riley goes to Hagen and says, he fell out the bed. Her reply, what? But the story doesn't stop there. It only begins. On December the 4th, okay, the first suspicious search on social media, on the internet had began. Just after midnight, Hagens had typed into Google, how do I know if my baby is okay after falling out of bed? How long should a baby stay up after hitting their head? Later that same day, Riley then searches, how do I know if my child head injury is serious? Something clearly had happened, and they knew it, but no one had called for help at this time. So on exactly December the 5th, the baby had stopped breathing. So that afternoon, there was a surveillance camera from the TA truck stop in Trafford, Missouri, that showed Riley and Hagens. They were eating inside for about 43 minutes. The baby, not with them at all, and no one had checked on him. Later that same day, Hagens arrives at the Mercy Hospital, and she tells the nurse, my baby needs help. But by then, he was already unresponsive. No breathing, no pulse. He was placed on life support, but he never recovered. Between December the 6th and December the 10th, the truth had begun to emerge. So a medical examiner had ruled the death to be a homicide. The cause of death was a head injury. But this wasn't a one-time event. The baby's injuries told a longer story of what truly happened. So there were brain bleeds that they did see, retinal hemorrhages in both eyes, and you guys know that this typically comes from pressure at some point in time during this child's life, spinal cord hemorrhage, rib fractures in different stages of healing, bruises on all sides of his head. This child had suffered before, but no one had gotten him help at any time. The digital evidence that investigators did uncover was pulled from their phone records, and what they find is beyond disturbing. Riley's searches after the ER visit: shaken baby syndrome. Do I need a passport to fly to Cuba? What countries don't expedite? So if Samsara logs aren't certified, can't your location be tracked? Hagens then searches how to know if a baby head injury is serious. What to do if a baby falls out of bed? It's not just neglect. This is actually the entire time they were planning on how to cover this up in this child's murder. Now, the lies and contradictions also helped the investigators piece things together. So during their police interviews, Hagens had claimed that she had been in California. She says that she had traveled with a woman named Sally. So she also says that the baby had started breathing funny in the parking lot, but none of that had ever checked out. Yet they planned this. For sure, they planned this, without a shadow of a doubt. They also had the GPS that also helped investigators, where she and Riley were together for days. They traveled across 9 states, and they were both in Trafford without the child for 43 minutes. So the story was simply a cover-up, that the baby was dying, and they were simply out eating food. So while their child was laying there suffering, these two good-for-nothing parents and waste of space and air decided that they were going to stop and have a meal and eat for 43 minutes while their child is slowly dying. This lets y'all know this is just evil. Absolutely evil. That someone, especially a parent, okay? Not just someone, but a parent, a person who honestly and truly doesn't even have the mental capacity to understand when their child needs help. The fact that you had to Google what to do when your child falls and hit their head, the last thing that you do is put them to sleep, weirdo. That's the last thing that you do. But because you guys had already been physically abusing this child for a long span of time, you already didn't care in the first place. You guys are too focused on going on dates and trying to be childless parents, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't make not one bit of sense at all. Because we know that you don't have the nurturing heart or the spirit, because a parent that really gave any type of care wouldn't been able to eat nothing. A lot of parents lose appetites when their children are sick. When their children are not okay, they're not able to eat, sleep, or anything until their child is back normal again. So I don't even know how you guys are able to eat. So that lets us know that their mental capacity and their nurturing capacity is simply not there. 100%. And that's not something that you can just drop. So that lets us know that this child was born into this situation and you never had it. Because having the nurturing spirit never goes away. It's always there. No matter what your circumstance is, it's always there. Unless your mental capacity is a little bit thrown off. But for the most part, it is always there. Let's just be honest here. So Joshua Riley had previously convicted of child endangerment in 2012 and second-degree assault after a 2-year-old was found to be injured. So you decided, Miss Ma'am, that you're going to lay up with a man that already is known to abuse children. That's basically what this just told us. That you knew that this man had the capability to abuse, and you didn't care. And I never really understand that. And this is why I tell people, and I tell women all the time, men too, when y'all are out here dating people, it's nothing wrong with running background checks in these eras that we are living in. There's nothing wrong with that. Because the moment that I would have seen that this was on someone's background, there's nothing that me and you have to discuss. I have a child to protect. And apparently your temperature, your temper, it don't have an age limit on it. It doesn't have an age limit on it. Hey y'all, hey. It just doesn't. She's not a real mother at all. All you seen was a piece of man, and you didn't care that he had a child endangerment charge back in 2012 and for hitting a 2-year-old. So something tells me that you sat back while he was beating your 5-month-old too. Because I'm gonna tell you what this is giving me. This is giving woman who is so desperate to have some form of a companion and some form of a man around her that she didn't even care that her child was dying on a cross-country trip, crossing 9 states while eating dinner for 43 minutes with him. She didn't care. As long as she had that man with her, that was her only focus. It was never the focus of having this child at any time. It was having a man and figuring out a way to keep him around. That's what that tells me. Because bingo. So Roshonda, on the other hand, she had no prior record, but now accused of actively searching for legal loopholes after her child was already injured. So I always tell my sisters this all the time, okay? You can have a great background, a great job. Your life is going in an amazing direction, okay? Your mental health is amazing. Your home life is good. Your bills is paid. You're really not worried about nothing. You are living good, sleeping good, eating good. But the moment you let a demon into your life, you can count your days. You're going to stop eating. Your mental health going to be in a disarray. You're not going to be going to work and showing up and showing out like you used to, which means your job is on the line. Your bills going to get behind. Now your home situation is on the line. And it starts to go just like that. Downhill, just like that. You may not have charges at first, which means you can walk into any place and get you a good job. But the moment that you let a demon into your space is when you start getting child charges for criminal acts that you ain't never been a part of. It happens just like that. Soul ties is real. Thank you guys for the gifts. Soul ties is real. It's real. And that's why you got to be mindful of paying attention early to all the red flags. Her first red flags was he already beat a child in 2012. A 2-year-old at that. Not as if age matters. But that lets us know that if he could beat a 2-year-old, he could beat a 5-month-old, he could beat a newborn, and he could beat you too. That's what that tell you. That was her first red flag. Now, they're currently right now, because this happened, 2022, they only just received, this child is just recently getting justice. They're now arrested for what they've done to this child. Okay? They're sitting in the Greene County jail. I don't understand why y'all gave them a bond of $75,000 and $100,000. I'm not understanding where y'all getting a bond from. This is as bad as the case that we saw yesterday. Well, y'all let a woman get off on a misdemeanor for a child that died of blunt force trauma. I know y'all are saying that the prisons are overcrowded. I get it. But at what point will y'all realize that children are right now the target? For adults that can't take a hold of their deviancies, for adults that don't want to take responsibility for their mental health, for adults that don't want to prioritize their life, prioritize their children, prioritize what's important. What is it going to take for y'all to understand that the children are under attack right now? Because they are. And I'm going to tell you something, and I've been saying this since the beginning of 2025. You're going to have more, because 2025 is the year of exposing the household. Last year, it was exposing the celebrity realm, the rich and famous. 2025 is exposing everyday people, the secrets of the household, the things which was swept under the rug for decades is about to start coming out. Y'all going to start hearing about abuse, mental health, essaying, molestation, and all of that. More and more and more. All 2025, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it all this year. The cases are only going to get worse. I'm telling you that right now, so brace yourself. Whatever secrets that ain't never come out, going to start coming out now. India RE just now came public to say that her father was an abuser. Let that be your sign that every household, every secret that has ever been kept for decades are now coming to the forefront. And that's why you're seeing so many children speaking out, but also so many children being targeted, because that's what this year is all about. Pay attention. I'm so sick and tired of these parents, Miss Dolores. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm sick of them. I'm so sick and tired of them. I don't even know what to do. I really don't. I really, really don't, guys. Oh, I didn't even have my background up. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Well, y'all ain't tell me I ain't had my background up. Lord. 2025 is a year of exposure, yeah, of regular households. Not rich and famous. We saw that last year. Cat Williams told you that. They told you that last year. This year is us. All these desperate women. That's what it's all about. Desperate women and desperate men, because we also have to be aware that men have to be careful too. Because y'all be letting just any old body, and then you wonder why your baby mama don't be wanting everybody around her kid, because y'all be bringing around unhealed women who wants all of your attention and hates to see you with your kids. That's another secret that's going to be exposed and has continued to be exposed all 2025. Because I need y'all to understand something. Not all people like kids. There was a woman that I use this case all the time. There was a woman that was in a relationship with a man, and she was babysitting his daughter while he was at work. She decapitated the baby and dropped the head off at the mama's front door. Let that be your sign too, fellas. To be mindful who y'all bringing around y'all kids. A lot of things are being exposed right now. There's dangerous men just like there's dangerous women. There's dangerous abusers that's male, and dangerous abusers that's female. And we've always had this belief in our communities that, women, you prefer your children to be around women. And that's the reason why a lot of women get off with the things they get off with, because of that mindset. So change it right now. That's why a lot of women are able to abuse children or do things to children, and they never get caught, because y'all have already been psychologically to believe that women will never do anything to a child. Whether it be physical abuse or essaying, they will, just as well as men. Now, this isn't just a case about neglect or, this is really knowing about when a child need help and when a parent needs to prioritize their life and put their children first. This baby had suffered, showed signs of repeated trauma, and he died without ever getting a second chance to even try life out. Not due to a stranger, not due to someone that mom dropped them off with, but by the hands of the same person that birthed them. The same people that he was supposed to be able to trust. And that's kind of sad. Hey, the real books. How are you? The circle of life with a nuclear family, with morals, values, and principles is lost. It is. It's all lost. It's out the window. It's out the window. Now we can ask many questions in this, like why did the mother not stop for help? We already went over that. Her focus was this man she was with. Was the 43-minute stop at the truck stop when the fatal injury had occurred? I doubt it. If you ask me, I think the baby were already, losing consciousness while they were sitting right there eating. And that's why they didn't see the baby on the camera. We know they were planning to flee. Now, we can say that cases like this could be prevented. We can. When we start to realize that not everybody deserves to be a mother or a father. That's when we're going to start to see that we can prevent these types of things. Because I'm one that believe you can birth the child. You can. Anybody can. I said this yesterday. But can you raise one is totally different. It's totally different. Just evil, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me this week. I appreciate you a lot, okay? Please make sure that you get those letters in, okay? If you want to get advice from the Royal Lockbox, okay? Or Hey Soleil, all you have to do is send an email, all right, to savageroyaltyent@gmail.com. savageroyaltyent@gmail.com in order for you to be able to get your advice. It could be anything, relationships, marriage, dating, career, whatever it is that you want to discuss. We can definitely discuss it by going to the email, okay? Now, as I told you guys earlier, if we get enough this month, I will do a show at the end of the month. If we don't get enough, it will be in the middle of July, okay? Also, make sure that you guys do download Spaces by Wix and get into the Spaces app, as we do have a lot of cruise content that is going to be exclusively available to you guys. I will be posting on other platforms for the cruise, but there will be exclusive stuff and behind the scenes things that you guys will only be able to see on savageroyalty.com, okay? Whether it be us having game night or whatever it is, the things that is not live streamed will be on savageroyalty.com. So all you have to do is go to savageroyalty.com and subscribe and become a member. Download Spaces by Wix, search Savage Royalty ENT, and then put in A59 TEA in order for you to become a member of the website. Next month, I wanted to do it this month, but next month I'm going to do a members only giveaway. Okay? Members only. That's it. That's all. Meaning you have to go to savageroyalty.com. You have to subscribe, and then you also have to become a member. Subscribing does not mean that you are a member. Subscribing simply means that if I send an email out, you're going to get it. But it does not mean that you are a member to savageroyalty.com and everything else that I offer, like your exclusive content, news blog, alerts, things of that nature, behind the scenes, the group. All of those things are available to you when you become a member, especially when I do special giveaways and raffle. Now, I did want the t-shirts to launch this for this month or in July, but of course it's kind of sticky because I thought to myself, If you guys order while I'm on vacation, it's going to kind of keep putting you in a backlog. So I'm going to wait until I come back to launch the first t-shirts as well as the hoodies, since we're going to be moving into the fall season when I come back, okay? So we're going to push that out a little bit so that I don't have you guys waiting too long to get your merch. So just stay tuned to savageroyalty.com for the merch that will be coming out very soon, okay? You guys have a great weekend. And thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in to True Crime with Savage Royalty.